Becky Lynch is the final participant of the Money in the Bank match. Rosa destroys Toni Storm in a heck of a match at Forbidden Door. Raquel and Lacey gangs up on Sonya Deville on Pride Month, and Natalya is here to save this feud. Pummels Ronda Rousey with the baby-stroller. Come on, you guys! Welcome to entering the Belle. This is Diaz. Happy Pride, and this is Women's Wrestling Weekly. Let's start with Raw, which is the go-home show for the Money in the Bank. We saw the in-ring interview of Bianca Belair. I honestly don't think the interview format was needed. It especially got really weird when he tried to squeeze in his interview, even after Carmella came out. But I really liked what Bianca said here. She brought up how Carmella is great, but she always resorts to cheats and trickeries, and that's because she's insecure about her ability and she has no respect for herself. Carmella then comes out to remind everyone of her resume, SmackDown and Tag Champion, and the two-time Money in the Bank winner. I like this promo because as much as we love Carmella, we all know she's going to lose to Bianca. So this promo attempted to add some credibility to the number one contender Carmella, while also setting up that she will bring Trix to Battle EST this Sunday. But of course, Bianca won't be having it. Next we saw Alexa Bliss vs Liv Morgan singles match. From their backstage segment to this match, they have some great chemistry. I hate that Liv always get paired up with someone, but damn, she has such good chemistry here. And basically with everyone. Koreans call that chemistry restaurant the Kenny Matjip, because it's delicious every time. At the end of this match, Alexa Bliss attempts to hit Liv with her DDT finisher, but Liv reverses it and rolls her up for the win. Love that Liv picked up the win against the multi-time women's champion, but does this mean that she won't win this weekend? She really needs some pay-per-view wins. Also, Asuka was in the commentary. If there's any Japanese viewers, please let me know what she was saying. I didn't understand what she said, but she was just so freaking amazing. This whole segment was really cute. For the main event, women are at it again. Last chance qualifying match. Doudrop, Nikki ASH, Becky Lynch, Shayna, Xia Li, and Tamina in an elimination style match. I really like what they did with Money in the Bank qualifying matches this year. They actually packed a lot of storylines and character moments for what used to be just predictable matches in previous years. So kudos to WWE Creative for that. This was really fun match. It's really wild to see that every woman in this match are in sync, because these multi-women matches last couple of weeks have been flowing so well. We first saw Becky Lynch eliminate Xia Li with the huge manhandle slam, and then Nikki ASH with the disarm her. Doudrop was the huge threat in this match, especially when she bulldozed everyone to that barricade. We of course had that mandatory power of doom spot, but this time Tamina took it like an elevated DDT. We then see Doudrop eliminate Shayna Baszler, which I'll never get used to seeing Shayna booked so weakly. Doudrop then eliminates Tamina, and then Becky Lynch hits an elevated manhandle slam to eliminate Doudrop, winning this match. Finally qualifying for the Money in the Bank match. Becky's road to Money in the Bank was really awesome to see. Even when Cena was high-fiving everyone, she was just sitting there all depressed. I'm really excited to see how this pent-up frustrations for weeks will play into this ladder match this weekend. Also, Tamina and Doudrop looked really awesome in this match. I'm so proud of everyone involved. So satisfied. On NXT, we see Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Yulisa Leon and Valentina Ferro's fun tag team match between the two teams. We all know Katana and Kaden are fire and the best tag team we have in WWE, but Yulisa and Valentina is also picking up some steam as a team, showing some great moves here. At the end, Katana and Kaden picks up the win with their finisher 450 neckbreaker combo. This is good.
Good? Not bad!
All they need is some good characters and storyline, which I was pleasantly surprised to learn that they will get in this episode. We then see Toxic Attraction promo where Mandy Rose says Roxanne Perez will learn what it means to fail if she ever cashes in her contract on her, and then Roxanne comes in with Cora Jade and then announced that she will be cashing in for Gigi and JC's tag team gold instead, which took me by surprise. But I guess it is a more realistic choice. It does make her look a bit cowardly, like she agreed with Mandy that she will probably fail and lose if she cashed it on Mandy. Also, who is there going to come for Mandy? I really can't think of anyone ready except for maybe Io? Anyway, Roxanne suddenly changing her target to the tag team gold got Katana and Kaden all shook, and they come out to tell Cora and Roxanne to go back in the line. Sorry girls, that's not how cashing in the contract works. They start brawling. I love this desperation from Katana and Kaden, and when Cora was like, you're done already.
You two are done.
I kind of felt bad for them because I really think they deserve everything. So hopefully this will lead to is something, although I really don't see them coming out of this feud victorious against NXT's Golden Children. We also saw Alba Fire versus Lash Legend. 3-minute match ended when Alba hits her gory bomb but misses Swanton. Lash attacks Alba very gently with Alba's signature badge, causing a DQ finish. Looks like we're gonna get a feud here. I love Lash's charisma, and if she really needs that breakout moment, but I think this feud has to have Alba over. And if you think about it, I'm sure Lash will get to learn a lot from working with Alba because she's still very much green. This was good.
Good. Not bad.
On AEW Dynamite, we saw Marina Shafir versus Toni Storm. This time, Marina is accompanied by Nyla Rose, and apparently they're a team now? This was probably my favorite Marina Shafir match, and Toni has been on a roll lately. Marina used her MMA style really effectively here to dominate Toni, and Toni looked like a star with the tornado DDT that I love, and that German at the end. But my favorite part is when Nyla hits a huge backsplash outside on Toni and just walks away casually like nothing happened. At the end, Marina's pump handle is reversed and Storm, and Toni gets a roll of victory. Post-match, Nyla jumps Toni until Thunder Rosa makes a save, and then Toni takes out Nyla using AEW Women's Championship belt, causing tension with the champion. I really like that Toni just grabbed that belt as if it's hers already. I really enjoyed this whole segment. I'm satisfied. We also saw a baddie segment where Jade and Kiera announced that Red Velvet is injured and they are looking for a new baddie to join the team. They are doing the whole social media campaign with the hashtag and everything to search a new member, and I think this is really genius way to get more women invested in AEW. We then see Chris Statlander and Athena mock the baddie segment, and oh my god.
Top-notch bitch.
I mean, I kinda loved it, but also like, why? I mean, I think Athena is living her authentic self. I do believe that this is her. This adorable, fun person is Athena, who she is. But let's keep it 100 here.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
I don't think it goes with her Fallen Warrior character. This is not a warrior. This is not an eclipse-hitting warrior. Still low-key loved it. Impact Wrestling time, we got Chelsea Green accompanied by Deonna Purrazzo versus Mia Yim in a singles match. It's crazy to see Chelsea and Deonna all fine after that crazy bump from the ladder to the table. This was an intense 9-minute match. At the end, Mia climbs at the top rope, but Deonna interferes to push her off, and then Mickie James comes out of nowhere to help Mia beat Deonna up with a Luthez press. It was kind of funny how quickly, like literally so quick she came out, like she was ready to beat her up any moment. And back in the ring, Mia hits It Defeat for the win. This was a solid match, especially at the end. I love seeing Mia getting booked so badass. So Tasha is getting the rematch soon for the Knockout Championship this coming week, so maybe Mia's coming for a title next. Satisfied. Also, we saw Giselle Shaw and Alicia backstage. Their tag team is already done. This is tragic, so sad. It's because Giselle didn't have Alicia's back for Masha Slamovich's attack last week. Giselle then goes up to the Influence and offers to join the team. Tennille's not having it, but Madison Rayne says if Giselle could take out Rosemary or Taya, she will consider having her on the team. I do think the Influence can use some freshen up, so Giselle, who's the quintessential diva, joining the team, who's also very diva, works really well for me. By the way, Giselle Shaw just came out as transgender women this week, and I'm so happy and proud of her. Sending you a lot of love, Giselle. AEW Rampage time, we saw a tag match. ROH Women's Champion Mercedes Martinez and Serena Deeb versus Lainey Luck and Sierra, who are local competitors. Mercedes and Serena are another new pair, with Nyla and Marina, and to this, AEW is slowly forming tag teams. Maybe they're preparing for a tag division. This match was more about showing the whatever you can do, I can do better dynamic of this team. There was this tension when Martinez accidentally runs into Deep on the apron, and at the end, they do the stereo submission finisher to finish this match in 3 minutes. Good to see ROH Women's Champion on TV. Not sure why she's in a team. If this is to build Serena versus Mercedes down the line though, that I'll be very invested in. So this was good.
Good. Not bad.
WWE SmackDown time. SmackDown got self-aware about how their booking of women last couple of months, weeks have been pretty terrible.
What is your excuse for the way you're treating the women's division right now?
Because Sonya Deville, no more authority anymore, now competitor on SmackDown, comes into Adam Pearce's office and calls him out for shitty booking for women in SmackDown, which had him gagged. I also love that Sonya was complaining that she isn't getting booked in matches, just like how Naomi was complaining to her during the whole storyline. Table has turned. Adam, like a lot of people in power, do not like to be questioned. So he put Sonya Deville in 2-on-1 handicap match against Lacey Evans and Raquel Gonzalez. I thought this was a bizarre choice to have heel go against two faces in a handicap match, and and a lesbian woman getting ganged up by Raquel and Lacey on a Pride Month? But Sonya is smart, and she brought in both Shayna and Xia to accompany her in this match, which I thought was really clever. What stood out the most for me in this match was seeing a bit more Lacey's new wrestling style. A bit more of a combat style, I can say, and I really like this tweak. Despite many interferences from outside, Lacey picks up the win at the end with a huge women's right. Post-match, Shayna and Xia come in for a beatdown, but Raquel and Lacey fight them off. This was a surprisingly fun segment. Satisfying. Another match we saw was Shotzi versus Tamina for Money in the Bank qualifying match. It was supposed to be Aaliyah in this match, but she was apparently injured and was replaced with Tamina. This match was about 3 minutes, but it was really cute. Love the sleeper hold spot that showed Tamina's power, and then the super kick that caught Shotzi midair looked so devastating. But Shotzi was able to push Tamina through the ring post and hits Never Wake Up, a leg trap DDT to pick up the win. I'm satisfied. Lastly, Natalya is suffering a back injury. Not really. No, she's not. But she really decided to carry this SmackDown Women's Championship feud on her back as she came in dressed up like Ronda Rousey with the ridiculous makeup and a baby stroller, which I gagged. This was so campy, it's so stupid, but so good. And is it bad that Natty's parody promo was way better than any of Ronda's face promos? And Ronda then came in, decided to trash talk.
I'm also not going to mutilate my body chasing impossible industry beauty standards like you do.
I'm gonna call out the body shaming plastic surgery comment because babyface champion, why? But Ronda is really best when she's a trash talker. This was the best promo she cut since the return, which I know that doesn't say much, but she surprised me a bit when she decided to talk about how Natty had this pedigree and legacy of a legend, but she'll never be treated like a main event star, which is unfortunately true. I love Natty, but most fans in WWE do not treat her like a legend despite her tenure and pedigree. I do think it's funny though that Ronda mentioned charisma.
You are so lacking in natural talent and absent of charisma.
Because, sis. No, but I really enjoyed the segment a lot. Please keep this trash talker Ronda. This is a lot better than her trying to be a babyface inspirational champion. I also love how they got into a Samurai Brian panties match when Ronda tried to strip Natty's jacket away, and Natty just started attacking Ronda with the stroller and had Ronda flying at the end. Come on! Now let's go to AEW pay-per-view Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door was not involved for the women's match because Tony Khan wasn't able to get Stardom women involved due to scheduling issue. I call excuses. But we did see AEW Women's Championship match Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa. And for this, I actually got to Paloma Star, who was at the arena because it was in Chicago, to talk about it in the live stream. Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm.
First of all, Thunder Rosa's gear was amazing. I feel like she has amazing gear every pay-per-view. I mean, she has amazing gear in general, but I think in pay-per-views, she elevates it for sure.
Yeah.
And she came out with a really cool Azteca style headdress. It was awesome. I think both of them have a really cool, unique presence of them that they do definitely carry themselves as stars. I think Toni kind of might have lost that a little bit when she got moved up to the main roster in WWE, but I think it's kind of a little bit back now for sure. The match itself was solid.
I actually really liked it. I thought match ended when Thunder Rosa snapped Toni Storm.
Oh my god, I know. That was so brutal in the best way possible. Finisher, her like inverted suplex that she does. Random fun fact, that's actually one of Dustin Rhodes' moves.
Oh, right. Thunder Rosa has been doing a lot of Dustin. That. Right? I thought the match ended, but then Toni Storm kicked off, and that's when I was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm kind of feeling it. I saw a lot of people commenting that Thunder Rosa looked pretty heelish at the end.
A little bit, but I also feel like she kind of has a little bit of heelish tendencies, but I don't think necessarily diminish her as a face. But also, I don't think we've ever really dug into what Thunder Rosa's character is. I just think she just is cool. But I think it'll be kind of cool to kind of like bounce around that issue because she does always come out with a half calavera mask, like half sugar skull mask. So it could be like she has a little bit of like a heel tendency.
Ooh, actually.
You know?
What's it called again?
A calavera.
It has a lot of mythology behind it and meaning behind it. Why don't you use it?
Not so much like a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing, because I think that's very overdone. But even if it's just like almost acknowledging like that darkness or that darker side is always there. So I think that'd be really cool. I feel like a lot can be done with this that she's already like doing normally. So I think it'd be kind of cool to dive a little bit more into it.
A lot of AEW matches kind of, I feel bad saying this, but a lot of time it's very intense. A lot of times it's just exchange of moves.
Yeah. That is true.
Here, there was more story, I think. There was more of that.
A build-up almost.
Yeah, they did that, which I really, really appreciated. That hip attack.
Oh my gosh.
Deadly.
I legit hate taking that move. If it's up to me and I'm in a wrestling match, I will not take that move if it's up to me.
Is it really bad?
It's really bad because they have to hit you hard. They have to like come at you running, and they're like, I always try to like do this. I also don't want to make the move look like crap either. So I try to be not take it because it is really bad. Like, and it's the whole trick is like, put your head underneath the turnbuckle and no.
Well, I'm glad that Toni Storm started doing it. I don't know if she did it before, but I'm glad that she really uses it all the time because her hips don't lie. When she first came to AEW, I have to be honest, she was a little rocky. Like her energy wasn't not there, but she's been really doing well lately.
Yeah.
Something switched in her, and you can see that she's just going like at it. So I think she's on a good tide. I also didn't want to like win her title right away.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I think it adds more story if you actually like failed once.
And it's not like Thunder Rosa like beat her like just real quick or like clean, because she kicked out of that devastating pile driver something like, oh my gosh, like for her to kick out of that, I think really kind of puts her in a higher thing, and she would have like not kicked out of that if that was a finish.
Right. Let's do our weekly thing that we don't do this for pay-per-views.
I know.
Is this Stratified? It was good, or girl,
I'm Stratified. Girl.
I'm Stratified too. What was girl, was that there was only one match.
I know. And the men had 12 matches.
Wait, 12?
12.
Girl,
Girl,
Yes. I just wanted to do that.
Thank you everyone for tuning in for this week's review. Happy Pride, everyone. I had a really good time at Chicago Pride Parade with the NBC Chicago float. I saw some of the Ring the Bell family there, which was so awesome. But if you want to find me on social media, you can find me at DSG on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. Alright, see you next time. Bye.